What's going on, guys? A bit improved setup from the previous video, because you can see a lot more of beautiful me, as I've noticed. And now it's turned for the vampires, and actually this is an army that I struggle quite a bit to make lists for, because my closest friend in the Warhammer community is playing vampires, so I've spoken about those lists far too much. And I'm really not happy to be making this video. I think this is the video that I wanted to make the least, because I feel like I am out of ideas. I have nothing interesting to suggest here. So I will just go back to the default of my comfort zone, I think, and the list and the hero that made me that allowed me to score very well at one of the tourneys in Switzerland, which is the Bestial Bulk guy, who is pretty mediocre, but yeah, I just like him. He is Halberd, Hypnotic Pendant, Eternity Gem, the most basic stuff that you can get, 4 wounds. He's a nice guy. He just runs around in units, possibly conga lines, and just tries to survive. I need some extra magic for him, and I want a Master of Evocation, and I will try to be a bit cheeky. I will take Unholy Tome, and let's see if I can really fit it, because I haven't checked it. And an Adept of Alchemy, and I want to have something less common, so I don't want to have the BSB that is a crazy dude, but doesn't really inflict that much damage. I don't want to have coaches, because I want to imagine that there is a list of vampires that doesn't have coaches, and also I want to have a Shrieking Horror, and if I take a Shrieking Horror and coaches and I take core units, then I'm basically all out of points, so it just looks like a very normal list, just with a different hero setup, so this is stupid. I don't want to have coaches. I don't think that I have a great alternative for them, but we will see. I want 2 units of Direwolves, and I want some core. I want ghouls, and now I think I want a pretty weird setup, but let's see if I can really make it. I also wanted, I was building this list for a while, maybe for some time, and I had a flying vampire here, additionally, flying vampire Kotia, but he just does nothing, and that doesn't make sense to include him. Like, I really want this fly blood power to work, but it just doesn't, so what's the point? I kind of want to have 1 unit of ghouls vanguarding, and maybe the 2nd unit of ghouls also vanguarding, but not for the not for the possibility of pushing the opponent, but just for the possibility of annoying the opponent, although I'm not really sure whether I need it. I possibly want to have some Rending Skeletons, and now can I put the 2nd ghoul unit that would make sense, or would it make more sense to just put a 2nd skeleton unit and pick not 10 ghouls but a bit more ghouls? Like, okay, 14 ghouls is already a bit much. Wow. That's a bummer. I could pick for like 5 more skeletons, 6 more skeletons. 5 more skeletons and then 10 points free. Wow, that sucks. Can I not pick Rending on one of them and pick like Legion? Possibly, and then how many ghouls will I be able to get for this? 15. Okay, that's not bad, and then 21 zombies, and I'm all set. And the ghoul unit is just basically to annoy the opponent a bit, and maybe to help pop the vampire a bit closer. And the skeletons are to be raised in the first turns if there is time, and then also helped by the vampire. The zombies are there as for necromancers, and the wolves are there to be wolves. And now I have like 1500 points, and I actually want to take something that really doesn't suit the meta well with pyromancy and such, but let's just pick the Altars of Undeath, and let's, because I picked fucking Unholy Tome, I will pick some raids. And can I push one of the units to the max? I can. I actually have 150 points to spare. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I wanted to have one unit of gas. Yeah, I remember now. Because they are pseudo-scoring. They are not really scoring, but they kind of are wannabe scoring. Okay, so I can take something like this. 9 raids, 5 raids, 10. Okay, and I have 20 points to spare. With those 20 points, I can buy myself nothing. So let's see if I can pretend to buy myself anything. No, it all doesn't make sense. Okay, great. I cannot buy anything for the altar. Shame. I don't want any Vampire Knights because Vampire Knights with 2-up armor save, they just suck. Barrow Guards suck. I don't want to have, I don't want Phantom House. Just want nothing to do with this. I want the small unit of race is mainly here to cost the terror checks. And since I don't plan to lose my vampire count, I don't care about the Bestial Bulk affecting the flags in any way. And maybe sometimes the Gust can be scoring thanks to him. And with Eternity Gem, he actually doesn't need to have Lookout Sir or anything, most likely, hopefully. But what can I do with my spare 20 points? It's a very good question. Can I even do anything? Like, I can get some more core, but I hate to, I would really hate to get some more core. I don't want to have a great weapon on the count. I think this is unnecessary. And I have no more items to give him, right? Yeah, because he is at 195 in the item section. Yeah. It's just that's the tiny downside. This guy just makes no sense. I cannot pick. I could pick Ranger's Boots on this dude if I decided to drop the champion from Gusts. And maybe this is an option. Because Ranger's Boots are actually not bad on the Necromancer. I don't want to drop the Unholy Tome. Not for the sake of the raids. I think that Unholy Tome can also work pretty well with the units themselves to help the chaff stuff. So I think that this is not necessary. Now, any other options? Like literally, give me anything. It's 45. I have no way of getting this. Will you guys suffer with me trying to fit something for the remaining 20 points for the next 15 minutes? Let's find out in the next episode. I could take Obsidian Rock also on him if I... Okay. Dragonfire Gem. I could take a horse on the Adept. Which might be actually pretty funny. But I just cannot do this because the issue is that if I lose the Necromancer, then I have like one good heal only, and this is tragic. So it just doesn't make any sense. And I can take MR2 and then would need to still drop the champion. Or I can drop one more Wraith and then can I do something with 65 points? Crown of Autocracy. Great. Knight's Crown. Doesn't matter. I can take a Binding Scroll though. Maybe that's actually not a bad idea. And then I have 10 points left. No! That's the worst. 10 points. Yikes. Anything? Potion of Strength. Okay, let's be done with it. Okay, I don't have that as many rice as I wanted, but that's still fine. Let's take a look at this list. This list will struggle quite a bit in close combat, but I think I'm fine when I'm playing vampires and my opponent tries to kill me in close combat. I think this should be okay. This is where the vampires usually excelled, where they were kind of vulnerable, but they were really not, and the opponent was trying to overextend. And yeah, I'm not really sure whether this will work, but I'm just fed up with vampire lists. So yeah, let's call it a day. Thank you guys very much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Cheers.